Excuse me? My name is McGregor, and I got stuck in Bulgaria for 2 weeks. From the beginning there were signs. I think the universe was sending us signs. First of all, my mother was furious.
Do not go to Bulgaria. You can go to the whole of Greece. There's no reason to go to Bulgaria.
She sent me 100 voice notes saying, just don't go. Why would anyone go to Bulgaria?
I mean, who goes to Bulgaria?
I had friends from back home saying, bro, if you get stuck in Bulgaria, no one's coming to save you. Are you crazy?
We try to tell you. We try to warn you. We try to be like, Bulgaria, what do you want there? There's nothing there for you. You're like, no, it's open. No, it'll be a good time. And then, COVID in your ass. I said something to you and you freaked out. I was like, dude, I literally said before you left, I was like, dude, if anything happens in Bulgaria, we're not coming to get you.
And then we got to the bus station and we asked 3 different people, where should you wait for the bus? And they all said the sign that says Bulgaria, obviously, because there's a sign saying Bulgaria, as you can see. And we got there and the bus never showed. And so then I phoned the people in Bulgaria to ask where the bus were, and they put down the phone on me 3 times. And we're like, let's just, maybe there's a bus going to Kavala in the next 2 hours. We can hang around here at the coffee shop, get on a bus to Kavala, have a fantastic weekend. And then we kind of thought, you know what? Let's just go. Let's just go to Bulgaria. We're gonna go to a restaurant. We're gonna go to a bar. You haven't done it in so long. Let's just go, right? Let's just go. So we went anyway. We got on the bus. We got to the border, and we thought we were gonna have a really good time. It was really cool on the bus. Really exciting to see the Eastern European countryside. Here we have the Bulgarian countryside. What used to be the natural habitat for Soviet tanks. So we've just got into Bulgaria. It's beautiful, it's green, it's totally different to Greece. There are they're sort of singular standalone houses as opposed to blocks of flats, colourful blocks of flats that you would get in Greece. Everything feels a little bit more Eastern European, which is not surprising considering the fact that we are Eastern Europe. And then we were really excited because we saw the photos of a hotel, which is a 5-star hotel, and it was really cheap for a 5-star hotel. And then and you saw the photos and they were beautiful, but then we saw why they were so cheap, because it didn't look like that at all. It didn't look the opposite of what we could see. It was cool, we went for walks around the city and we went to go check it out. It was super interesting, see what Sofia looks like and how it is.
It kind of feels it kind of looks like London, except 30 years ago. It's lock, stock and 2 smoking barrels, that London.
We went to restaurants, went to these amazing bars. It was really beautiful, really nice. We went wine tasting in Bulgaria. Who does that? No one ever gets to say they've done that.
So as you can see behind me, this is the very important cathedral, which I forget the name of, but it's very important. And it was made in honor of the Bulgarians and the Romanians and I think the Ukrainians as well, who fought against the Ottoman Empire and liberated those areas for what we all know now as those countries, which is really cool, really interesting.
And we were supposed to leave the next day, and that's when, for lack of a better word, the shit hit the fan, because we had to get a COVID test on the way out, and I tested positive for COVID. So, which meant that we had to stay there for 3 weeks, which is not a fun time. That wasn't so cool. So basically we had to try and find an Airbnb to stay there, and you know, it's tough. Like, it was really difficult, it was really expensive, we couldn't do much work there, we didn't have a computer on us. So it took three weeks of our lives, but then by the end of it we were just so excited to leave.
So we're currently getting a test, and hopefully Cecile comes up negative, and then we might be able to leave and get out of here. There she is, on this fateful day.
And you know what, there were some beautiful parts to Bulgaria. There were some pretty things to see there. I don't think I'd take the trip back, but maybe next time when the universe sends you so many messages not to go somewhere, you don't go. Go to Kavala instead. Is that all? Yeah, thanks.